What is going on, everyone? My name is Colin. Welcome to the Poke Office. Today's video, we are looking at what cards I think might be a good time to buy right now, June 2023 edition. It's a really exciting week because Paldea Evolved is literally 2 days away, depending on how you count the days, because this video is Wednesday, then there's Thursday, and it comes out on Friday. So super pumped about that. We're going to be looking on Friday at the opening day markets because, of course, I don't think you should FOMO out into buying cards right off the bat because the pre-release prices are already crazy high. But I'm really excited. I've been seeing some people pulling cards on Facebook and on YouTube already. The cards look pretty cool. So yeah, really pumped about that. The other thing I need to tell you about is I got a really cool giveaway going on. I'm giving away 4 packs of Brilliant Stars. Evolving Skies, of course. I'm thinking about Brilliant Stars for some reason, but I just pulled the Rayquaza VMAX out of these same packs. Maybe you could pull something huge as well. They're from the Costco tins, and the Costco tins have been really, really hot. So what you need to do is make sure to subscribe with bell notifications on. Leave a comment letting me know what you think the best card to pick up in June 2023 is. And number 3, hit that like button for me because I need YouTube to just spread my videos out, trying to get bigger. And also I need your good luck for pulling some cards later on because I've been on a bit of a hot streak and it's because of you. Appreciate it. So let's get into the data. These are the cards that I think might be a good purchase in June 2023. Okay, here we go. First one. At the start here, we're doing cards that have actually lost value over the last year. So every chart is going to be a year long, which is going to be interesting because we can kind of see a big picture view of what's happened to these cards. The first one we're talking about is the Pikachu VMAX Rainbow. I included this one. I thought it was really interesting because it's kind of always been around that like $130 to $150 card. And then all of a sudden, early this year in like January, spiked up to almost it did hit a high of $171.81. And then right quick came all the way back down. Now it's at $131.45, down 11.5% over the year in total. But it's like that is very close to the year low of $128.24. So I don't think this card is going to be much lower. Like it's over $100 card all day long, in my opinion. So if you are in search of this Chunkachu Rainbow card, now might be a good time to get it. Next up on the list is the Mew V Alt Art from Fusion Strike. The reason I chose this one, look at this graph. We started at $41.46, hit kind of a low there early in the summer of 2022. Then it spiked up, hit a high of $47.35. And then it stayed there like above $40 mark for quite a long time. And now just since like maybe March of 2023, it's been headed back down, currently sitting at $35.37, which is the year-long low. So total over the year, it's down 14.7%. If you don't have this card, these are the type of graphs that I like seeing because we have seen its potential. It can be like a $40, $50 card. Now it's down to $35, so you could save a couple bucks. Same type of graph here with the Charizard V Alt Art from Brilliant Stars. This is why I was thinking of Brilliant Stars during the introduction. So we started at $174.92. Then it spikes up to above $200. That hit a high of $209.05. Absolutely insane. Then it came back down into that like $180 range for a bit. And now it has dropped even farther to $145.66. So over the year, down 16.7%, but actually down like 25% over since the high that was in September of 2022. So it has come crashing down over the last 9 months or so. What a gorgeous card it is. I still need to pull this card in my life. I need it. But yeah, I think this card, like how much lower can it go? The reason why I'm saying all of these things is because I think that alt arts from Sword and Shield era are just like going to go insane, as we'll see coming up in the future here, especially with Scarlet and Violet coming out. People not loving Scarlet and Violet from what I've been seeing online. Like it's okay. I'm still not sold on the silver borders, and I don't know, Scarlet and Violet base set had nothing too crazy to be excited about. Lots of people are already saying the same thing about Paldea Evolved. Nothing too crazy to be excited about, even though there is some cool chase cards in there. So we'll kind of see. Next on my list, I have the Mew Gold card from Celebrations. Look at this graph. Started at $40.16, kind of been spiking in between $40 and $35. And now it's down to a low of $31.14. It's jumped a little bit back up from there, currently sitting at $32.39, which is down almost 20% over the last year. Again, another card that I just can't see it going much below $32. Like, it is a $30 card all day long. It's gorgeous. It's an original 151 Pokemon. It's a shiny version. It's a gold card. It's from Celebrations. This card has a lot going for it, and it's currently pretty cheap. Next, we have the Darkness Ablaze Charizard VMAX. I haven't seen this card in a long time, but look at this graph. A different one from what we've seen in the first 4 cards that we've gone over, but this one has just been trending down, down, down all year long, really. Started at $44.18. That was the high. Now it's at the low of $28.06, down 36.5%. Not my favorite card in the world, but this card did spawn that Rainbow Charizard VMAX. It spawned the Shiny Charizard VMAX in Shining Fates. So some really cool cards. This card, yeah, like I said, it came out in Champion's Path. That was the Rainbow Edition. The Shiny Edition came out in Shining Fates. So this card is kind of like the early trendsetter for Charizard in Sword and Shield era, in my opinion. Next up, we got the Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith. This one just absolutely blows my mind. I can't believe it. It's down 38.2%. I mean, it started at $93.69. That's a little bit too high, in my opinion, because that pre-release price was way up there. But even still, like, if it was an $80 card, this thing is still down a ton. It's down to $57.86. That is the current low that this card has ever reached. And it's just such a cool card. I just don't understand really why it has lost so much value, because for a point in time, early on in Crown Zenith, this card was actually the most valuable card in the entire set. Definitely not the case anymore with that Giratina V-Star gold card still sitting above $100. But everyone knows Crown Zenith has just dropped a lot. Another graph kind of that we haven't seen yet, the Pikachu VMAX TG is started really high. Again, that's pre-release pricing, so I don't think this card was ever meant to be a $94 or $95 card. But ever since then, really significant drop right off the bat. And now it was kind of leveled off right around that $50 mark. And then in March, took a big drop of like a $10 drop, really. And now it looks like it's going to level off there for a little bit. Currently sitting at $40.88. I wouldn't worry too much about the 56.9% down, but definitely down, I don't know, 10, 20% from where it was sitting at $50. So interesting. Okay, 2 more on the losers. Then we're going to look at some of the gainer cards. This Lugia V. Lugia is such an interesting Pokemon. I think it's a really popular Pokemon. I really love this card. I'd really love to pull this card. Maybe underperforming a little bit, especially considering like the Giratina from Lost Origin. So this one started off so high at pre-release pricing, $400, and now it's taken a big drop. But even still, like from the top of the line there, when after the first drop from pre-release pricing, this card was still at that like $200 to $220 range. Now it's at its low for the year of $168.10. So that's still a significant drop, like a $60 to $70 drop from where this card was kind of after that big shock of pre-release pricing drop. I think this one's just going to do good. Again, it's a gorgeous looking card. People like Lugia, and I really do believe in Sword and Shield alt arts, especially moving forward. So this one is one to keep an eye on for sure. Last one, not necessarily the one that I think you should buy the most, but it is down the most significant amount percentage-wise. The Mewtwo V alt art started at $73.75. This one's from Pokemon Go. I didn't say that. And it's just been down ever since. Now, what a cool looking card that you can get for $25. Like, that's insane. I love this card. I think it really is the only one that I was kind of super excited about in Pokemon Go. I know there's like the Dragonite and the Rainbow Mewtwo. This is the one that I think is the coolest. I also really loved the Radiant Charizard, but that's just a personal preference. But I just think this one, can it go any lower than $25? Like, yeah, it did hit that low of $21.24. I don't know if it's gonna go any lower than that. That's just personal opinion. Okay, we're going on to some of the gainer cards here. These ones, I just think because Sword and Shield is over, I think these cards are just going to continue to rise. So looking at the Shiny Charizard V from Champion's Path, this one started at $161.64, up to $175.90, which is an 8.8% increase. Did hit a high of $188.59. So it's come back down a little bit, but it's a pretty nice upward trend over the last year. Next, the Glaceon VMAX. The reason I included this one is just because it showed that it can hit that high of $180.77, but right now it is only at $144, up 17.5% still over the year. And even without that big spike in like September, October of 2022, it still has a nice upward trajectory. A really, really, really cool looking card. This one, I kind of wasn't sure if I should put this one in here or not, even though I absolutely love it. And ultimately, that's the reason I put it in, because over the course of the last year, it's up 17.5%. But if you were to draw a trend line without all the dips and spikes, this has a pretty nice upward trajectory, and just the nostalgic feel of the Charizard, I think is going to do really well over time for this card. I think it's just going to continue to rise slowly. It's going to be like a slow cooker, in my opinion. But people just love the base set Charizard, even with the celebration stamp on there. So I think this is a good pickup. Currently sitting at $83.15. All right. You all know that I love Giratina V. Easily my favorite card. I just actually put it as my phone background because it looks so stinking cool. And this one has just been still going wild, even though it has leveled off and actually come back down a little bit over the last couple months. Okay, when it released, it was a $221 card. Now it's a $318 card. I just don't expect this card to ever come back below $300. It hit at that high of $331, and just like the Moonbreon, I think this card could continue going to the moon. It's so popular. I've actually like put feelers out into Facebook groups trying to buy this card, and no one has it available. Like anytime someone lists it, it's just gone immediately, especially one that is a good centering and like in mint condition. So I think this one is a great purchase. Speaking of great purchases, the Tyranitar V Alt Art from Battle Styles. This is a spicy take, but here's my opinion. Battle Styles was super unpopular. Now, this card was a $71 card a year ago, currently at $112.56. That's up 58.1%. Could Tyranitar V make Battle Styles a cool set again? Make Battle Styles great again? I don't know. That was not a good joke. But anyways, I think literally Battle Styles is super cool because of this card. But you also have the Urshifus, you all like the Empoleon. There's some cool cards in Battle Styles. And I don't know why it gets so much hate. Maybe just because the pull rates are bad. But this card definitely is one to keep your eye on. Look at this graph over the last year. Just like a little bit of level off until September. Then it spikes hard. Then it comes back down to earth a little bit, but still around $100 now, and looks like it is about to go up again, currently at its 1 year high of $112.56. Love this card. Two more cards that I absolutely love and adore, and then we're going to be done for this presentation. The Gengar VMAX. Look at this graph. My goodness. Like, it's just like kind of the same as the Tyranitar V, to be honest with you. Leveled off a little bit, and then in August/September goes soaring up, then it levels off again. Now in like February, March, it goes back up, and now it's still climbing. It has eclipsed $200 a little over a month ago, if I remember correctly, and I think it's just going to keep climbing, especially with that Fusion Strike scandal. If you've watched the channel for a while, we've been talking about it for the last 2 months. I think this card is going to continue to rise in price. It's just so cool. Looks awesome, and people love it. Again, this card is just like not available to purchase. I can't find it. Literally, can't find it. So got to pull it at some point. Which leads me to the last card, the Blaziken VMAX Alt Art. Look at this thing. It's up 125.6%. This, a year ago, was a $100 card. Now it's a $227.70 card. Absolutely ludicrous. And it's just had these same thing as the Tyranitar and the Gengar VMAX. It levels off, then it spikes, levels off, then it spikes again. Looks like it maybe is about to level off again here, but who knows? It's all just speculation. But the reason I bring up all these cards, like the Giratina V Alt Art from Lost Origin, the Tyranitar V from Battle Styles, the Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike, the Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign, I think that these cards are not going to come back down again. Like, they're just popular. You can't find them. There's no supply. I have literally tried to buy all 4 of these cards, and I cannot find a good copy of it that is in mint condition where I'm paying market price. Like, they're just not available. So the price just keeps going up. So until something changes, I think that if you want this card and you have the opportunity to buy it at market price, like, well, if you want it, then it's time to buckle up and just pay the money. That's my personal take, not financial advice, but if you want these cards, my suspicion is that Sword and Shield alt arts specifically are going to continue rising over time now that Sword and Shield has come to an end. And I know there's a few reprints coming, but I don't think there's going to be all that much left. Now, I want to rip into some Lost Origin and try and pull that stinking Giratina V alt art because it's my favorite card and I gotta get it. Let's go. Okay, so let me know what you think. I just, once again, am really, really, really big into Sword and Shield alt arts. I think they're gonna do awesome over time. Again, not financial advice. And of course, all of the things that I'm looking at, like, I'm not looking to buy now, sell next month for a huge profit. I'm looking at like holding these things for 3 to 5 years and then doing something with it potentially. Like, it's about the collectability for me, not really about making a quick buck, because there's better ways to make a quick buck, in my opinion, than Pokemon cards. I just like looking at the markets. I like selling some of the hits that I get. I like buying some hits that I want. I like holding sealed products. So that's just my take on it. I hope you appreciate it. And let's rip into some Lost Origin packs, because seriously, I got to pull that Giratina at some point in my life. Like, even though buying it would be awesome, I just can't imagine, like, I gotta pull it. There's just like, there's something about pulling cards that makes it that much cooler, if that makes sense. So hopefully one of these days I can do it. I mean, I'm probably just gonna keep trying until it happens. Hopefully it's not like a Pokerev Aerodactyl alt-art situation where I have to rip into 2,700 packs, because I can't afford to do that. But let me know what do you think about the cards that I talked about today. Try and change it up to, like, there's other cards that I've talked about in like the May video that came out not that long ago, but I don't want to just like say the same thing over and over again. And the reason, if you've been following along for a long time, I'm trying to get that, I'm trying to get my monthly investment videos out at the start of the month. That's why, like, my May ones came out at the end of May, and then I'm doing the June ones right away. So there will be a month in between them now. I was just trying to get them done early this month because it's better for the YouTube algorithm if I can get like a June one out in the start of June rather than the end of June, if that makes sense. These, I just picked up 4 Lost Origin booster boxes. So got them for a decent price. I paid 130-ish USD, and I didn't have to pay tax, which is pretty nice. So I'm okay with that. Even like with the reprint coming, I figured that was a price that I'm definitely willing to pay. I also picked up 1 Silver Tempest, so I have a little bit of stock now, which is nice. This has been a pretty miserable start though. This is pack number 5 and haven't pulled anything yet. I mean, maybe it's just all saving it for the big hit. But typically, if I remember correctly, like Lost Origin, I think you're expected to get something like 12 hits out of 36 packs. That's including the trainer gallery. So 0 for 5, maybe 0 for 6 is not a very good start. 0 for 6, yikes. I mean, I did use up a lot of my good luck with the Rayquaza VMAX pull in my last video from Evolving Skies. I'm kind of still in shock that I pulled that card, because as much as I like talk about pulling big cards, I don't really expect to very often, because I mean, they're big for a reason. They're hard to pull. So hopefully, this is actually insane though. This is like, maybe the guy I bought them from sold me these booster boxes because they are crappy. I don't think that's actually the case, because they were sealed. But you never know. Gotta get something. Come on now. I love Lost Origin, but it's not very fun. Eternatus V. Well, there's something. That's a nice hit, actually. And nothing in the back, but there is our first hit of the day. Eternatus V. Trainer Gallery, number 21. Having a hard time getting a sleeve out here. That's a pretty sick card. I think it's worth a couple bucks. For sure, actually. I think it's one of the bigger trainer galleries after like the Pikachus in the set. Alright, got our first hit. Maybe we're turning it around now. That would be absolutely sick. Seriously, my biggest shocking card. Oh, we got something. Rotom V. Okay. Feel like they used the exact same artwork. This and Crown Zenith. So 2 hits now, kind of bringing it back. What was I gonna say? The Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign literally is ridiculous. I want a copy of that card so bad too. I did actually purchase a Chilling Reign booster box, but I purchased it with my pre-order for Obsidian Flame, so odds of me getting it before then is not very good. There's a Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. This is coming up to the last card. I don't think it's anything, but you never know. 3, 2, 1. Dustox. Nada. Alright, well, I mean, technically, I guess we could call this a hit, so we went 3 for 10. 0 for 7, but 3 for 10, so not too shabby. Here's what we got. The Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, a Rotom V. This card is actually pretty nice. The Eternatus V Trainer Gallery card. Not too shabby at all. One more time, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm reading them all, responding to them all. Hope you liked the video. My name is Cullen. This is the Poke Office. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button for me one more time if you haven't yet. And yeah, until my next video, peace.